Hi children, today I want to explain you some important questions in your arithmetic progressions. So already we solved some different types of questions in arithmetic progression. So today I want to solve some questions from your exercise 5.3. In 5.3 I will go for 20th question, Nana. In 20th question, the question is given. There is a bucket and there are some potatoes placed in different equivalent distant points. For example, here one bucket is there. The first potato is placed at the 5 meters distance, and the second potato is placed after this 5 meters. It is 3, and every potato is making distance with 3 meters. So this is the given question. So here question is, for example, a competitor, first he want to start from bucket and he will lift the potato and he will come back and he will put that potato in the bucket, and again he will go to the second potato and he will collect the potato and he will come back, he will put the potato in the bucket, and in same way he will collect there are 10 potatoes on that line. So how much distance that particular competitor will collect, how much distance he will travel to collect all these potatoes is the question. So for this, first you want to understand, for the sake of the first potato, he will travel for 5 minutes, 5 meters, and he will come back for 5 minutes. The total distance is 10 meters. For example, from bucket to the second potato, it is 8 meters, 5 plus 3. Then he will collect the potato and he will come back again. Therefore, it is the 16 meters. In second potato, he will collect the 16 meters. In case of third potato, this is 5 plus 3 plus 3, it is 11. 11 plus 11, he will collect the potato and he will come back, it is 22 meters. So like that, this situation can form a arithmetic progression. Nana. This situation can form an arithmetic progression. So 10, 16, 22, like that. So here you want to observe in this question, the first term as A is equal to 10 meters and the D is equal to A2 minus A1, that is 16 minus 10, that is 6 meters. And N, how many potatoes are there, Nana? 10 potatoes. The total distance traveled by the competitor is S10. This is S10. S10 is equal to 10 by 2 of 2A plus N minus 1 into D. So here I substituted N is equal to 10 and 2 into A is equal to 10, 9 into D. So this is 5 So this 20, 10 into 9 6 are 54, like that if you calculate, this is 360 meters you want to travel to collect that potato. So if you are not understood, you can ask this question in your WhatsApp, Nana. You will get any doubt. So I will go for 19th question. In 19th question, if you will observe carefully, this is the 19th question. So 200 logs are stocked in the following manner: 20 logs at the bottom row and 19 logs are the next and 18 logs are the next, and how many rows are there? 200 logs are placed and how many logs are placed in the top of the row? So this is the question. For example, the logs are placed like this. Logs are placed like this and like this, like this. So your question is, in the bottom row there are 20 logs, in the next row there are 19 logs, and this is 18. So the total logs is equal to 200. So the bottom row it is as 20 logs and the next row it is 19 and there are 18. So the rows next to and so on, in how many rows are the 20 logs are placed and how many logs at the top of the row is the question. So what is the given thing, Nana? Here A, you take A as 20 because the bottom row is 20 logs, and D is equal to A2 minus A1, that is equal to 19 minus 20, it is equal to 1. So Sn is given as, Sn is equal to, it is given as 200 logs. Sn is given as 200 logs. And we know that Sn is equal to what, Nana? N by 2 of 2A plus N minus 1 into D. So here This is equal to what, Nana? I'm sorry, this d value is -1. This is equal to 200. 19 minus 20 is equal to -1. So n we don't know. 2a. 2a is equal to 2 into 20 plus n minus 1 of d is -1 is equal to 200. And next question, next step, n by 2 of 40 plus into plus 1 minus n is equal to 200. That is equal to n by 2 of 41 plus minus n is equal to 200. So if you multiply this, if you send to 2 to that side, you will get 41n minus n square is equal to 400. If I send all this to that side, I mean RHS, this is n square minus 41n plus 400 is equal to 0. So here you got a quadratic equation. That is, I can write it is n square, you want to split, minus 16n minus 25n plus 400 is equal to 0. This is 25. Minus 16 minus 25, you will get minus 41, and minus into minus you will get as plus 400. So if you will make n common here, n minus 16 and minus 25 is common here, n minus 16 again is equal to 0. So n minus 16 and n minus 25 is equal to 0. So n is equal to 16 or n is equal to 25. So here you will get n is equal to 16 and n is equal to 25. For example, so here n is equal to 16 you want to take, because n is equal to 25 if you will take in the first row, it will be negative answer you will get. So you take it as n is equal to 16. Therefore there are 16 rows. So it is having 16 rows. Therefore an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. What the number of logs in the first row, I mean a nth row, that is 16th row. A16 is equal to, that is a plus 15d. So a16 is equal to a means 20 plus 15 into minus 1. So a16 is equal to 20 minus 15. So a16 is equal to 5. So there are 5 logs at the top of the row. I think you understood this concept. So first what I did, Nana, so a is equal to 20 and it is this, all these things you understood. First I find the number of rows in that in that question. So n is equal to, I got here 16 and 25. If you will take n is equal to 16, the top it is will be negative answer you will get. So I take an n is equal to 16, I take. So there are 16 rows. An is equal to a plus n minus 3. An, why I find the an value means number of logs in that row. So a16 is equal to a plus 15d and a16 is equal to 20 plus 15 into minus 1, d is minus 1. So you got 5. So there are 16 rows and the top row is having 5 logs. I think you understood. So I will go for the 16th question. The 16th question is nothing but, here first I want to draw a figure, a spiral figure. This is a spiral. This is 16th question. I think it is not 16th, 18th question, sorry. So for the example, you say this is B. Here it is, you say as A is the center of the first semicircle and the B is the center of the second semicircle. This is B is the center of the second semicircle and A is the center of the next semicircle and B is the center of the next semicircle. So like that one spiral is made. So it is given that what is given in that question? The spiral is successive semicircles with the center A and B alternate, and the first the radius is 0.5. This is 0.5 centimeter, The next semicircle, it is having the B is the center, therefore it is 1 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter. And the next semicircle, it will be 1.5 centimeter. So like that some spirals are made up of. So what is the question is, spiral is A and B is as shown in the figure. What is the total length of such a spiral is made up of 13 successive semicircles. He is asking 13 successive semicircles is asking. So you know that pi is equal to 22/7. This value all of you know. So what is the length of the first semicircle? The length of the first semicircle is pi by, actually the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. That is circumference of the semicircle is pi r. And the semicircle's circumference is pi r. That is equal to what, Nana? Pi into 0.5. That is equal to pi by 2 you can write. Or you can write it as 0.5 pi. So this is first semicircle. And the second semicircle, the circumference of the second semicircle is that also pi r. But in this case, pi into the radius is 1. That is equal to pi into 1. That is equal to pi. So if you go for the third, that also pi r, but that is pi into 1.5. That is the radius of the next one. So 1.5 pi. So these are the circumferences of the semicircles. If I write those circumferences as an AP, the first one is 0.5 pi, and the second one is 1 pi, the third one is 1.5 pi, like that it will go on. So how many successive semicircles are there? There are what is the total length of the successive 13. So n is equal to 13 semicircles are there. So here A is equal to 0.5 pi and D is equal to A2 minus A1. That is equal to A2 is 1 pi minus 0.5 pi. Again you will get 0.5 pi. So S13, the total length of the string, I mean the rope. So S13 I want to find n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is the formula I want to use here. So S13 is equal to 13 by 2, n is equal to 13, 2 into a, that is 0.5 pi, plus 13 minus 1, 12 into d also 0.5 pi. Here 13 by 2, 2 into 0.5, 1 pi, plus 12 into 0.5 pi is 6 pi. So this is 13 by 2 into 7 pi. That is equal to 13 by 2 into 7 into 22 by 7. So 7 cancel, 2 into 11. So that is the answer is 13 into 11. You will get 143 centimeters. So this is the total length of the string which is used for this spiral. So that once again I will explain this question. The first semicircle is made with 0.5 radius and the second semicircle is made with 1 centimeter and the third one is 1.5. So like that one spiral is made up of with 13 semicircles. Let the first circumference of the semicircle is pi r. That is equal to pi into r is, in first case it is 0.5. In the second case pi r again, that is pi into 1, that is 1 pi. So like that I found the circumference of the 13 semicircles. If you write all these circumferences, I mean circumferences of each spiral, it is in AP. The first one is 0.5 pi, and the second one is 1 pi, and third one is 1.5 pi. Like that, it is having 13 terms because 13 spirals are there. So A is equal to 0.5 pi, D is equal to A2 minus A1. Again, you will get 0.5 pi. So S13 is equal to n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So if you solve that question, you will get the answer as 143 centimeters, but don't use pi value at the beginning. So at the last use that pi value. It is easy to simplify the question. So this is the 18th question. Next I will go for 17th question. So 17th question is, it is in a school. The students start to plant the trees and around the school and reduces air pollution. It was decided that number of trees that each section of the each class will be plant will be same as the class in which they are studying. A section of first will plant one tree, a section of second will plant two trees, and the section. So here the question is the section of class 1 will plant only one, and the section of class second will plant two. So section of 3 will plant as 3. So like that there are 12 classes. So if you'll the last section of 12 will be plants only 12 plants. So there are 3 sections. In each section, in first class there are 3 sections, in second class also there are 3 sections, and in third class also there are 3 sections, and the 12th class also there are 3 sections. If I write the number of plants they are planting at the front of the school, that is 1, 2, 3, like that up to 12. So Sn is equal to what, Nana? N by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here n is, there are 12 sections, 12 by 2. 2a means the first one, 2 into 1 plus n minus 1, 12 minus 1, 11 into 2 minus 1, d is also 1. So you will get 6 of 2 plus 11. So that is equal to 6 into 13. That is equal to 6 13s are 78. But it is given that how many sections are there? There are 3 sections. Yes, it is correct. Okay, 3 sections are there. 3 sections is equal to 3 into 78. So 234 plants they will plant in the school. Once again, the section 1 will plant only one plant, and the section 2 it will plant only 2, like that there are 12 classes. The 12th section will plant only 12 plants. But in each class there are 3 sections. We will discuss about these 3 sections. First I find the total number of plants are planted by all these classes is, first one is 1, 2, 3. If you write all these things, it is in AP. So SN formula is, this is the SN formula. So if you put that all A value, N value and D value in this formula, you will get 78. So if one section, they will plant 78 plants, but there are 3 sections. That's why 3 into 78, totally they will plant 234 plants at their school. So this is question number 17. Okay, I think you understood. So if you want, you can pause the video and you can copy the question. That 16th question, I want to explain the 16th question in the same exercise. It is given that a sum of rupees a sum of rupees 700 is to be used to given the 7 cash prizes to the students of a class for their overall academic performance. If each prize is 20 less than its preceding prize, find the value of each prize is saying. So if I write all prizes, let the first prize is equal to, you say, as X. The second prize is 20 less, means X minus 20. And the third is equal to X minus 20 and minus 20, it will be X minus 40. If I write all these prices in a row, X minus 20 and X minus 40, that is in AP. So how many prices are there? 7 prices. So here A is equal to X and D is equal to A2 minus A1, that is equal to x minus 20 minus x. So this will be cancelled, you will get minus 20, and n is equal to 7. So these are the things. So but we know that Sn is equal to what, Nana? The cash price, the total cash price is 700. So I'm sorry. Oh, okay. The total cash prices are 700. So Sn is n by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1 into d. That is equal to 700. So you see, Nana, n, 7 prices, 7 by 2 of 2 into a. A is x, the first price, plus n minus 1. 7 minus 1, 6d is equal to 700. So 7 by 2 of 2x plus 6 into d. D is minus 20 is equal to 700. So 7 by 2, this is 2x minus 120 is equal to 700. So if I send this 2x minus 120 is equal to 700 into 2 by 7, this is 100. So 2x minus 120 is equal to 200. So 2x is equal to 200 plus 120, and 2x is equal to 320, and x is equal to 320 by 2, 1. X is equal to 160 rupees. So what is x, Nana? Therefore the first price is equal to 160. The second, it will be less than this one, 20 rupees, that will be 140. Third, it is the less than the second, 20 rupees, 120. Like that you can write up to 7 prices. So this is the question, you can understand. So first what I did, Nana, let the first price is x, and the second price will be that 20 rupees less than the first price, that's why it is x minus 20. And third price is that 20 rupees less than the second price, that will be x minus 20, and minus 20 you will get as x minus 40. So if I write all the values of these prices in a row, that is in AP, that is x is equal to a is the first term, that is x is equal to a2 minus a1, the n, and then x is a d. D will get as minus 20. There are 7 prices, that's why I taken n is equal to 7. So Sn, the total prize money is 700. The total prize money is 700. Sn is equal to 700. If you solve, you will get x is equal to 160. Therefore x is nothing but the first price, that is equal to 160, and second price is 20 less than the first price, 140, 120, 100, and like that you will get the prize money of each price. Okay. Next we will go for the next question. That is question number 15. What is the question you see, Nana? Oh, already I explained this for 15th question in previous class only. So I think this exercise is over. So if we'll go for the optional exercise. In optional exercise, the first question, if you'll go for the first question, it is very, very important. So optional exercise, that is 5.4. In your textbook it is in page number 115. So here it is given which term of the AP. Which term of the AP is given as the first question is 121 and 117 and 113. This is the given AP. Which term of an AP is negative? First negative term. So negative term is nothing but it is less than 0. It is less than 0. So I can take is an is less than 0. Sorry. An is less than 0. The 10th term will be less than 0. So you take the nth term means first I want A is equal to 121 and D is equal to A2 minus A1, that is equal to 117 minus 121. So D is equal to, you will get as minus 4. D is equal to minus 4. Next, An is less than 0. An is nothing but A plus n minus 1 into D is less than 0. A is 121 plus n minus 1 into D is minus 4 is less than 0. Now 121, you multiply this, minus 4n plus 4 is less than 0. So 125 minus 4n is less than 0. So minus 4n is less than minus 125. So 4n is greater than, if you cancel the negatives, it will be greater than 125. So 4n, n is greater than 125 by 4. You will get it is near about 31.25. So n is greater than 31.25. But n value is always a positive integer. Therefore, what is the next integer? N is greater than 31.25. So what is the next integer? N is equal to 32. So in this question, the 32 term, the 32nd term of this AP will be the first negative term. Once again, I will explain you. This is very important question. So many times they asked in your annual exams. So one AP is given, that is 121, 117 and 113. So if you see that AP, it is decreasing mode. So you will get some negative terms also. But he is asking what is the first negative term in the given AP. So A is equal to, I have taken the first term, that is 121. D is equal to A2 minus A1, that is 117 minus 121. You will get D is equal to minus 4. So negative term means An will be the less than 0. That's why I taken here An is less than 0. So if you will solve here, when the minus values are converted into plus value, so that will be less than will be changes into the greater than. Therefore 4n is greater than 125 you will get. So if you will solve it, n is greater than 31.25. So n is always a positive integer. Therefore n is greater than 31.25 means n is greater than 31.25. The positive integer will be 32. So n is equal to 32. So that is 32. So these are the some important questions in your textbook, and the one ladder question is there, and some houses question is there, and small another question also is there. So football ground question also is there. Those questions I will explain in the next class. So in this class I have explained that all these questions are 4 marks questions. The question which is 16, 17, 18 and 19, 20 which are in your exercise number 5.3, and I explained that 5.4 first question, the negative term question. So you copy all these questions in your text in your notebook, and if you get any doubt again, you put those doubts in your WhatsApp group. Thank you.